That is just wild.
I don't know where the hell I'm going.
I can hear the screams.
Adam runs a channel built around the things he genuinely cares about: bushcraft, firearms, reviews, and even the occasional song. But the content that keeps people coming back is his wilderness footage, where he builds shelters and spends nights out in the wild with nothing but what he's carrying. In this particular video, a routine trek through the forest took a turn he wasn't expecting.
Today, we're going to explore some part of the wilderness that I've never explored before. If you guys have watched my channel for any length of time, you know I like, exploring the woods. But last summer, a logging company came in, and they must have got a pretty large wood permit, because they cut about a 15-mile logging trail to do the logging in a part of the woods I've never explored, or I doubt many people have explored, because it's just so inaccessible. So today, we're gonna go out there to that logging trail, and I got the all-wheel drive vehicle. We're gonna go as far down the trail as we can, and then we're gonna go explore the woods.
He reached the forest, parked up, and headed out on foot into the trees.
Beautiful country here. So we're gonna keep hiking. Got the map, and we're gonna get the high elevation, because there's a lot of swampy areas here. So we're gonna try to hit high elevation and hike through this as high as we can. So let's get busy. Been going for about an hour now, and getting a little tired. So I think I might take a break, eat a snack, and then head back.
He found a spot near a fallen tree, got a small fire going, and pulled out his map to get his bearings. What he didn't know was that something in the forest had already noticed him and was quietly closing the distance. That's when things shifted fast.
Right now I am over here somewhere. I'm off the map, so I'm gonna have to get back into my this is really hard to see in the camera, guys, but I'm gonna have to get back into my topo map area so I can again use terrain association, get some of these higher spots to come back to where I'm going. I do have a compass, so if worse comes to worse, I'll just head in the direction of that logging road, and we'll take that road. Sorry, battery died there. So I do have another okay, I'm gonna get moving here. All right, so I'm gonna get moving, guys. I'll check in with in a little bit, okay? Mother. Hey, Jesus. Go, get it. So, I'm pretty sure I know where I'm at. I got good sun here, so I'm not going back the way I came. I'm going south, and I'll hit the logging trail, and I'm just gonna fucking walk the logging trail to wherever I parked, which should be when I'm on the trail. It should be east of where I'm at right now. I'm not even gonna try to go back the way I came, guys. I've never had that happen before. I mean, I saw him, and then he was gone, and I was good to go, and I was kind of backtracking a little bit, but staying quite a distance from the way I came in. And then I had a little fire, and then I heard some shit, so kind of packed up there, and then I thought it was just the wind, so I was just taking my time, and then turn around, and he's there. So we a couple warning shots on that mother, and that did it. I mean, you shouldn't do warning shots on a bear, because they get desensitized to it, so you're not supposed to do that. But I've never been stalked or followed before on any hike. I mean, they're the first.
The bear turned and ran, the best outcome he could have hoped for. The encounter was caught on camera, yeah, at least briefly, and from what Adam described, the animal had been coming in with clear intent. He fired warning shots, which carries real risk. That kind of response can sometimes push a bear further rather than stop it, but in this case it worked, and the animal cleared out. It's a compelling argument for carrying protection in bear country. You have no way of knowing what state an animal is in when you cross paths with it, and having the means to defend yourself can genuinely determine how the situation ends. He picked up a minor arm injury during the encounter, but nothing that required serious attention, which, considering how close it got, is the best he could have asked for. He left the area immediately after. There's another lesson buried in this one too. Stay aware of what's happening around you. The sounds of the forest deserve your attention. Every now and then, something in those sounds is trying to tell you something important. Catching it early is what keeps a tense moment from becoming a tragedy. Meet Andrew Flair, the creator behind the YouTube channel One Rod, One Reel Fishing, known for seeking out remote fishing locations and documenting whatever the outdoors decides to throw at him. On May 4th, 2021, Andrew and his friends set out on what was supposed to be a rewarding day on the water. They hiked miles through rough terrain to reach a secluded stretch of river they believed was public land. What started as a routine trip out turned into a confrontation none of them saw coming.
The brown trout like rocks, and the salmon turtle looks like a rock.
Wait, there's someone fishing over there. There's people fishing over there. No, they're serious.
Wait, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Look at that. Check this out, guys.
Huh?
Wait, where's Bald Eagle? Where's Bald Eagle?
Way in the distance.
Oh, way in the distance. Let's go check this out, guys. No, that is so, it's very anticlimactic for our send. I don't know. I don't think we can fish if they're there. I mean, we can wait a couple. I know, man. What are the freaking odds? There are the falls right there. The left side, 2 anglers are fishing it. And that was supposed to be the ultimate ending to this. I mean, we hiked literally, what, 4 miles?
At least, and this was the goal.
This was the goal. That's not a bad one. About 12 inches, maybe? But it's pretty. They love eating these trebles, man. You doubled up? We double up for once? Bye-bye, fishy.
After hours of hiking, they finally reached the spot, only to find 2 strangers already fishing there. Unexpected, but not a crisis. They adjusted their plans and things stayed calm. That didn't last.
Where are you guys coming in from?
Where do we come in from?
Parking lot way down there. What's that?
Where do we come in from, bro? We just parked.
Where'd you guys come in from?
I don't know exactly. I didn't drive. I don't know, man. Sorry.
Where'd you walk in?
We wait up the creek.
Where?
This creek? This creek's.
Explain to me exactly where.
Yeah, 4 miles downstream.
So all those no trespassing signs you walk past, they didn't mean anything?
Wait, what? No, which no trespassing signs?
This whole size mark. And there's no way you walk from down there if you didn't go on my road that has no trespassing signs on the road as well. Otherwise you swam across the big pool. Huh? You can't? Go ahead, show me, let's walk. You guys know you're on my property and you're playing games with me and pissing me off. Which road? Did you come in on the state land, the state parking lot? Were you trespassing something? What was the name of the parking lot? You can get out of here. Look, you guys know you're playing games, so just be truthful with me, and then I don't send this to DEC. I just want your license so I have it on record. If I catch you on any of my cameras again, then I will send you.
I'm not trying to play games with you, sir. Had I known it was your property, then we would have left. And now that you're telling us, we won't come back.
Show me where you walk, and I'll show you the.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you the no trespassing.
Sure thing. No problem. Let's go. No problem, sir.
What opened as a question turned into an interrogation, with the man pressing hard on exactly where they had come in from.
How did you get here? You told me you parked on the state land. There's no way, this way on the state land, you didn't get to this spot. You got to this spot without swimming, and you're not wet.
We were waiting in the river.
Do you want to walk down? It's not that way. That's all my property.
I'm walking in the woods, it might be easier.
So great. You're on. If you are publicly on property that is not yours, I have a right to ask for your identification. Otherwise, I promise you, with my motorcycles and all the boys up there, we're going to get to your car before you. We're going to take a picture of every license plate, and I'm going to have your picture that can tie to your license and your driver's license.
We parked past and parked in a parking lot right there, and it did say.
Then you went through a gate, correct?
No, there's no gate. There's no gate.
First of all, I'm not comfortable with the way you're talking to us.
I'm not comfortable with the way you're talking to me. Stand on my property.
You're being very aggressive. So, what we're gonna do?
It's my property.
We had no idea.
You know you're not on the right property. Do you own any property in here? Because I own from all the way down there until all the way up there. Great. You know what we can do? We can go. I'll have the rest of my crew call the DEC. I'll meet Ranger Jim here with you guys, and you can get formally cited if that's what you'd like.
We're gonna leave, and we apologize, okay?
Okay, so when I asked you where you parked, why are you lying to me?
Because why do I want to tell you where I parked? You seem like a dangerous individual.
Oh, stop with your dangerous millennial crap. Right now, you're on my property, and if you parked up there, you went through a combo gate that you either had a key to,
We did not.
or you stole my combination.
All right, let me. I'll handle.
So start telling the truth instead of playing games with me. And you can post it wherever you want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The conversation kept climbing. The man's claims expanded. He said he owned not just the surrounding land, but a considerable stretch of the river itself. He brought up surveillance cameras, threatened to call authorities, and told them he could trace them back to their vehicle. Andrew and his friend tried to stay level and walk him through their route. It didn't matter. The man wasn't interested in their explanation and kept pushing, certain they were hiding something.
Yeah.
If you're on somebody else's property, just be polite. And I would
Sure,
say, hey guys, you're on my property.
That's fair.
That site's public.
All right, we're about to go, bro. I mean, we're cool. So we're not going to come back here, and we
You
apologize.
can. Just look at the maps. And
Okay.
be crystal clear where you are.
Gotcha.
But you're standing, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the information, and like you said you own this half of the river from the post sign, and about approximately how far down do you own, just out of curiosity?
Further than you can walk.
Further than I can walk. Okay, so just know that.
State land is all
Okay.
the way down past.
What's the name of the road?
The state land
Okay.
is all the way down past that.
Okay.
You guys can fish that side. You want
Okay.
to and fish up through and cross
Gotcha.
over into there.
Stay on this side.
Nothing
Okay.
through here
Is your
no
land.
private property,
Okay, gotcha.
right?
All right.
I got my neighbors and their kids. There's shooting ranges up
Okay.
there. You end up creating a danger for yourself
Yeah.
and a risk for us.
Sure.
That's not good.
Yeah, I agree. And we apologize, and thank you for the information. So in the future, if we do come here, we'll make sure to stay
Do you
off
know
your
what river
land.
you're fishing on? Where is the state land in the next river? There? Come on, I'll walk with you guys. Show me how you walked in. Come. No,
Yeah.
Listen, he and I are cool. You and I
No,
don't really understand your attitude standing on my property and you're breaking the law. So go ahead.
I apologize. You were scaring me a little bit.
You're scaring me too. I'm out here with my family and I got my boys up there and you guys are on my property.
They made the call to leave and defuse the situation, but even as they were trying to comply, the questioning continued. Their account didn't add up to him, and he kept circling back to the same point, that they had crossed into restricted land. The tension didn't lift until they had put real distance between themselves and him.
All right, guys. So that was a bit of a mess. We're gonna try to break it down here, but basically that guy claims that we walked across the driveway through a gate to get down there, which we did nothing of the sort. We parked in a public parking lot, completely public. And because I know some of you guys are gonna be asking, public parking lot, and here's the sign. There is nothing here that's posted. As you can see, the sign is, I guess, blocked out for whatever reason. The only thing that's interesting is it does appear that people have been using it for some shooting practice. And we walked either down by the bank or we went full send and hiked up mountains and stuff, and we're on this trail right here where it's literally marked. It's literally a marked trail.
Totally public here. And the area that we went through, we were wading up the river the entire time, and we just happened to scale a cliff and continue onward.
Yeah.
And once we got up to him, there were posted signs on the land, but
Yes.
we were fishing the river. So
Right.
honestly, we parked in a public lot. We were fishing a public river.
Yeah.
We waded up the river.
Yeah.
It seemed a little illegitimate. That's why I wasn't willing to give that guy any information.
Yeah.
It's just he came across a little bit aggressive. He was scaring me a little bit, and my first instinct was, all right, pretty much run away from, like, just get out.
What was supposed to be a familiar day outdoors had turned into a situation where the boundary between public access and private ownership became impossible to read in the moment. The man's behavior didn't feel routine. The way he carried himself, the confidence in his claims, the way he positioned himself, it raised a harder question. Was he genuinely protecting land that was his, or was he asserting control over ground he had no legal right to? And in a location that remote, with no one else around, how do you even begin to answer that in real time? Because out in places like that, the danger isn't always what you prepare for. It isn't always the terrain or the wildlife. Sometimes it's the unpredictability of another person in an isolated place. If that confrontation had pushed any further, the situation could have turned genuinely dangerous. They walked out without it escalating, but they didn't walk out without questions. Whether the man's claims held any legal ground remains unclear. What isn't unclear is this: not every threat you face in wild places comes from nature. Some of it comes from people, and people, unlike the wilderness, don't show you what they're capable of until they decide to. The next video of the night comes from Sydney, a US-based solo travel and camping creator who documents wilderness adventures, stealth camping, and the unfiltered reality of life on the road. It's July 29th, 2025, at a remote riverside campsite in Montana. Sydney's day starts in Missoula, running errands before making her way out to a free campsite along the river. She goes in with her eyes open. The area is Grizzly country, and that fact alone gives the decision to camp there a certain weight. When she arrives, she takes stock of the setup: fire pit, picnic table, the river running nearby, and a couple of fishermen visible downstream.
This campsite has the vibe of a grizzly is going to come out of the bushes any second. And I don't like it. Should probably go get my bear spray, huh? I should have done that the second I got here. Bear spray acquired. Got my bear spray.
While cooking, something catches her eye in the river, a large shape moving through the water. The size of it is enough to stop her in her tracks. She secures the vehicle and moves in carefully to get a better look. It turns out to be a black cow, stranded in the current. The relief is real, but so is the reminder. Out here, your mind goes to the worst possibility first, and it does that for good reason.
Grizzly, are you out there? I slept so bad last night because I was scared a bear was going to try to break in my car to get to this soap because it's scented, it's super scented, and you're not even supposed to have scented chapstick or anything scented in your tent in grizzly territory. But by the time I realized this, it was already 11 and really dark out. So I was like, I'm just gonna hope and pray that a bear doesn't come. What am I doing? Also, I didn't finish my video last night because I felt like throwing up around like 10 p.m. So I just called it a night and tried to go to sleep so I didn't get more nauseous. I don't know what made me feel that way, but I feel a lot better now. I would like to get out of this scary grizzly campsite as soon as possible.
The next day, she pushes further into the backcountry toward another campsite. The roads narrow down, the terrain tightens up, and dense wilderness presses in on both sides. The scenery is hard to argue with, but the awareness never fully switches off. Wildlife could be anywhere, and she knows it. What this trip captures well is the particular mental load that comes with solo wilderness camping. Basic tasks, cooking a meal, pitching a spot, settling in for the night, carry a different kind of weight when you're in predator territory doing them alone. From that first jolt of unease at the river, through a night with little real sleep, to the careful drive out the following morning, Sydney's experience lays out what this lifestyle actually demands. No direct encounter took place, but in remote wilderness, you don't need one. The constant awareness of what could happen is pressure enough on its own. Out there, the unknown has a way of making itself felt without ever showing its face. This encounter comes from the YouTube channel Swamp Valley, created by John, where he shares outdoor adventures, camping trips, survival techniques, bushcraft skills, and gear reviews. His content often encourages viewers to explore the outdoors themselves. On October 31st, 2018, John set out on another overnight camping trip, this time heading deep into the woodland surrounding the abandoned Dungville prison, a location long rumored to have a troubling past and alleged ghost sightings. What was meant to be a straightforward outdoor adventure soon began to take a darker turn. After arriving, John started hiking into the forest, documenting his surroundings while explaining the eerie history of the area to his viewers, unaware that the night ahead would become far more unsettling than he expected.
Well folks, I got a bit of a strange one for you today. I'm at the Dungville detention centre, which has had some history around it. Basically, it didn't used to be a detention centre, it used to be a prison. I think it was 2002 it changed to a detention centre. And in 1962, 2 inmates escaped, fled into the woods. There's a big woodland here, and yeah, didn't find them. Thought they'd got away. A month later, they found their remains in some water tanks that are somewhere up here. I've done a bit of research, I'm hoping to find them, and I'm going to camp in the woods there, because apparently there's been all sorts of rumours and stories about ghosts and noises and, you know, just weird goings on. So I'm going to go find out about it. I don't believe in ghosts, just to clarify. Never seen one, never felt a presence. So this will be a bit different to your other ghost hunting ones. So it'll be interesting. See how we go.
As the sun began to set, John spent time exploring the crumbling remains of the old prison grounds. He even ventured into sections of an underground structure that added to the already uneasy atmosphere. The fading daylight cast long shadows through the trees, and the silence around the abandoned buildings felt heavy and oppressive. Once darkness fully settled in, he turned his attention to finding a suitable place to spend the night. Moving through the woodland, he searched for a safe clearing where he could set up and start a fire.
Yeah, I think this will do for the night. Can you even see? I think I need new batteries. I managed to find some birch bark. So far, nothing creepy. It's just a lovely woodland. I got myself some salami, or burgwurst is what it's called. But it's basically salami, and I got a nice sirloin steak, so I'm going to cook them up. I didn't bring a grill or anything out with me. I just thought I'd just go basic, and I was planning on cooking the steak on a flat rock, but it's so dark, trying to go around and find flat rocks is pretty difficult, so I'm just going to cook them on a stick. Okay, so I got my salami on the stick and I'm ready to cook. I actually just heard something there. Did you? I'm gonna check the recording. I need to see if I recorded that. Hold on. Right, so just check the recording, and you can hear it. I don't even know what, like, I actually recorded something, and I heard something, and it wasn't like birds or a deer. I don't know what the hell it was. Alright, so I've heard the noise again. I've packed up my bags. I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm not messing about with this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here. It's gonna be a bugger because I gotta climb through them woods again. But obviously not very welcome here, and I'm okay with that. I think it's time to go. That fucking noise again. I don't even know where the hell I'm going. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. This is so shit. This is so.
Trusting his instincts, John decided to pack up his camp and leave the area. But as he began moving away through the forest, the sound came back once again. The same strange, animalistic tone echoed through the trees, almost as if it were following his movement. Panic began to set in, and he focused on finding his way out of the woodland as quickly as possible. With full darkness surrounding him, the situation became even more difficult. The terrain was harder to navigate, his camera battery was running low, and the isolation made every sound in the forest seem louder and more threatening. The pressure was both physical and psychological. Despite the stress, John relied on his compass and eventually managed to make his way out of the woods safely. What had begun as an attempt to show that the area wasn't haunted ended with a very different impression. The repeated, unexplained noises, combined with the isolation and the feeling that something might be nearby, turned the night into a tense and deeply unsettling experience. John left the area not only with disturbing audio evidence, but also with a lasting reminder that deep in the wilderness, the line between the natural world and the unexplained can sometimes feel frighteningly thin. The next unsettling encounter of the night comes from Under the Weather, a UK-based outdoor channel documenting solo camping and exploration in remote terrain. It's September 22nd, 2023, somewhere deep in a woodland in the United Kingdom.
Anyway, this is just a quick video that I made. It's actually part of another video I made where I done a reaction to Wrong Turn, the film, and I thought I'd do it in these creepy woods here. But on the way into the woods, I actually found a tent, which now it could be a dead man's tent, it could be someone out camping, it could have been someone on the run. For me, it looks dodgy, so I just thought I'd show the full video and just let you guys see. We'll see what you guys think.
Fucking things, man. Ah, sweaty fuck.
Yeah, nice and easy. As you can see, it's really unhospitable. Every tree wants to stab you in the eye, like every tree, and
The host is pushing through steep, dense forest. The ground is uneven, broken up by fallen trees, rocks, and small water crossings that slow every step and cut down visibility. While working up toward a narrow ridge, something stops him, a tent strung between two trees. In a location this cut off from everything, any trace of another person registers immediately.
caught sight of someone else's tent. Now the first thing I thought was, oh, no, what am I going to do? You know, I've just came all the way here now and someone there. I think I've noticed it here, but I don't actually say anything. Yeah, then you can see the tent, so I decided I better go over and have a look, you know, say, hello, I'm camping, what are you doing? Blah, 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 just find out. So sheepishly, like, asked if someone's there. Get slightly closer.
He moves in carefully. No movement, no sound, nothing that suggests anyone is close by. The question shifts from what the tent is to who put it there and whether that person is somewhere nearby. With no obvious way in or out of the area, the whole thing feels out of place.
But as you get closer, yeah, you can see, oh, that's got a big puddle in the tent. It's obviously been there for a while. I don't know, could be days, could be weeks. Not months, because I was there a few months back, so it is there in within the summertime, I would say. I don't know who, what, or why, and then I thought I'd better check it out. What if someone died? You know? So basically, I have to check, and then it could be someone dead. So it could be someone on the run, maybe someone just camping, but it's really bizarre, like tent set up. There's no pegs, it's tied to the trees, it's on a hill. So I'll have a look. Here we go. Hello?
He looks it over from a distance. It's makeshift, tied between trees rather than pitched properly. Inside, basic sleeping gear. Someone has been here, and not long ago, by the look of it. But recent use and current occupation are two different things. And out in terrain like this, the absence of a person doesn't mean the site is empty. It just means you can't see them. He confirms no one is inside. That settles one question and leaves the rest open. There's no way to know how recently the site was used, or when whoever owns it might come back. That uncertainty doesn't resolve when you walk away from it. It follows you out. What defines this encounter is exactly that: presence without confirmation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the other stories on screen for more disturbing encounters caught on camera. Stay safe out there, and remember, the next time you step off the trail, you might not be as alone as you think.